What's going on, good people? BrandMaster Martina, Britt, Yelverton here, your cash flow queen and founder of the #1 legal tax hack to hire your kids in your own home-based business called Youth Lifestyle Training. So typically I help entrepreneurs like you get your assets in order and go from being stuck and struggling inside of your company brand to gaining impact and influence inside of your own personal brand. So you increase your value, you make people matter, and you attract people who need what it is that you offer. So I am here again with yet another Watch Me Work Wednesday, and I hope that you have been able to kind of binge watch any of the others. If you've not had the opportunity, please go over to the YouTube channel. If you're catching this on YouTube now, go ahead and select the bell below so that you can get notifications whenever I distribute out these Watch Me Work Wednesdays, Teach You Something Tuesdays, Set Up Sundays, Mindset on Mondays, or any other time I choose to deliver free content on my YouTube channel. But there's a playlist there, and on that playlist you are available to subscribe to the playlist. That way, if you're not interested in any of the other areas that align with my brand for what it is that you're doing, then you will only receive the notifications for that specific playlist. Okay, and so on today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share screen with another client that reached out to me, and that is the client Southeastern Interiors, and they are located down in Irwin, North Carolina, and one of their sister companies and their brother companies, like they are a trifecta that I actually manage all of their printed materials as well as their logo design and things like that. And on this particular client, we are looking at the Southeastern Interiors business card. So the request came in. See if I can scroll down here, and it said, hey, I need business card for two employees. One of them is new, one of them just needs an update. The name has changed, and if there's anything else needed regarding her information, please let me know. Also the new client, and she gave me all of the new employee and all of the new employees information, and we're going to update those here live on the screen. So I will be able to show what I can, where I can. And I actually may even have to go in and make some adjustments after the fact, but we shall see. So let's see if I can get over to the right screen here. Let's go ahead and see if I can get this pulled onto the screen with us. Let's see, there we go. So right now we have up client information here for Amanda, who is with Southeastern Interiors. And the way that I typically set this structure up, let me go ahead and layer this over here onto the screen so that you can see. These are all the previous year's designs, and we just kind of pop those in like that here in layer. And so if you guys don't know, this is actually Photoshop. This is something that I could do in the all important and the greatly useful Canva designs. However, I have not transferred this client over inside of Canva yet. So really what you're looking at today is the actual information for her design inside of Photoshop. And these are called layers, and it allows me to use one base template here, and then it allows me to make the adjustments to the information per layers, similar to what you see me do in Canva. However, Photoshop is much more robust than Canva, even though in my opinion Canva is much easier and simplistic to work with. It's more user-friendly. Photoshop is a deep rabbit hole. Okay, and so what I want to do on today is I'm actually looking to make updates and changes, and I'm available literally to right click and change the information that's needed. So for this particular client, we're going to be changing the title. So before I do that, what I like to do here is go down to who I'm going to be making the change for, duplicating that, dropping off, and then dropping in the new client information, which I have over here on a separate screen. So give me just 1 second to make that adjustment, and I will do that. Okie dokie, so we've actually gone in here and we've actually updated the name as well as the information. And so what I will do is when I do the re-recording of this, I will go through and I will make the blur adjustments to not have my client information, out there all across and in these internet streets. And so it was a simple transition here going from this client information and then going over to this client information, as well as making the adjustment to the email address, the mobile number, and all of that located on the right hand side. And then of course, what I endeavor to do at at this point is I do, let's save as is, and then I like to make a solid copy of the file, right? And then go back in to my shortcuts are acting crazy over here. And make sure that we are good on that side there, right? And then kind of go up to the top here. And I make 2 copies of that so that I can drop this drop shadow and this information on that one, and then drop that away so that I can get a nice border around, because I then take and I save this specific file. And what I do at this point, okay, I don't know what this is on the left-hand side, but I need for it to go away. Thank you. And then I go into the file and I make a copy of that file with all of the updated information. This is 8/2024 underscore, and this is for C. And this is a draft. And then I go into the folder and I save it like so, so that I can now email back to my client a copy of the business card prior to us agreeing that all of these changes are accurate. And then I save that by the client name. And as you see, I skipped one here. So let's see, who was that one at the time? That one was Peter. Well, Peter's right there. So don't know why I have it twice. Let's see why I possibly have it twice. Don't know why I have it twice. But anyway, we can delete that one. We can paste that one. And we know that this one is Carrie's. And then we know we also have another one forthcoming for Caitlin. And so now that we have that saved, we're going to go back down here. We're going to drop this in, and we're going to, just for the purposes of right now, we're just going to update Carrie's to Caitlin's, because I don't need to continue to have repeated files. That makes the files larger, but I wanted you to see the process of creating a duplicate and then how to edit your duplicate before you move on to the next. Generally, I work on Amanda's template, and I utilize that for everyone else. So what I'm going to do now is make the update and adjustment to Caitlin's information here. Get all of that put in here for Caitlin, and then we'll go forward with sending both of these drafts back over to the client. Alrighty, and now that I've verified that all of those are accurate, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, we are going to again save the template, make it all one, group that out. And I'm doing these via shortcuts. So if you don't see me clicking on things on the screen, that is because I am doing them via shortcuts on my end. We're going to drop that out. Boom, boom. Pull that up, drop that out. And again, we have an image for Caitlin that we can now save, and we can send over again for approval. So we're just going to call this one Caitlin C. And we're going to save both of those and send those over. Okie dokie, and catching you back up. So once I go in and I make all of the adjustments, I send over to the client for approval, for revision, for review, revision, and approval. And then once they approve it, I go into the account and I remit to them an invoice for the design, which we know is just an adjustment fee. And then also I go in and I submit the invoice for the actual prints because prints are a part of their request as well. It's easier just to send out the details to an individual and then have the individual designer myself go in and make the adjustments, provide the proof, provide the invoice, provide the print media, and then it shows up on their doorstep 3 to 5 days later. So truly, that is all we have for today. It was a very quick one, short and sweet. A Watch Me Work Wednesday for client Southeastern Interiors on how I am available to go in and receive an email to clarify the details of the email request, turn around and remit to them a draft, and then send out for print. And the print shows up at the client's place of business. Hope you have enjoyed today's Watch Me Work Wednesday, even though it was short and sweet, and you were available to see how not only do we make design adjustments like previous Watch Me Work Wednesdays inside of Canva, but we also use Photoshop. So more than likely the next time I do this, I'll probably have all of this shifted over inside of Canva because, again, although I love Photoshop, it makes it a lot easier for me to be able to design on the go and for me to be able to send out to the team for them to make these adjustments because I've set up everything previously inside of Canva, inside of a template, and then they are able to go and make those adjustments on their own. So let's see really quickly if I can drop onto the screen also their, let's see, SEC LLC, their sister company here, SEC LLC, and then their brother company, FCRNC.com. I hope I typed that one right as well. This is their brother company, FCR, and their sister company, SEC, both corporate clients as well. We handle all of their print media designs as well. So thank you again for your time today. And again, if you're looking for a graphic designer that is available to, brand the company, especially a lot of these new mom and pop startups that are coming up and they need a web presence of branding as well as print materials, I am your go-to girl. So again, thank you for your time today. I greatly appreciate you guys catching me each and every Watch Me Work Wednesday. And as I said, if you want to take the opportunity to go over to the YouTube channel and locate my specific channel, you're able to see where playlists are located here, and you can subscribe specifically to a playlist. Here is the Watch It Live Wednesday, but I also have a Watch Me Work Wednesday playlist right here that you are available to subscribe to. So it looks like I need to do a few updates because I know I have more Watch Me Work Wednesdays than 3 in there. So it looks like I need to go in and make sure a couple more get submitted. Oh yeah, these are only 3 and those are, pretty old. So I need to go get some of the other ones listed in here. Don't know if you guys know how to do that, but it's a pretty simple fix where you go over to your videos, and when you're inside of your videos, you scroll down, and let's see if I can get it. Watch Me Work. And then here are some of the more recent ones that I've created. I would take those and I would actually edit by adding to a playlist. So each one of these I would be available to go in and I would be able to make the shift to add inside of the playlist. So let's see if we can do one of those really quickly here and see whether or not we have that one. It's currently already subscribed to playlists. So it's a pretty simple fix to look at whatever your scheduled list is. You go to the video itself and then you populate it directly into the playlist that you're choosing to have it populate. And here are several. So I hope that is helpful. I know that was a quick, brief overview. Maybe I'll do a later Watch Me Work Wednesday if you guys want to know how to set up your playlist. Even though we just did one of those this past Setup Sunday, if you are interested in knowing how to set up your playlist to make your site more organized, because you may be a part of multiple things. You may be giving out information and value in different areas, and it helps for a person to be able to come to your page, go to your playlist, and then looking at your playlist, subscribe specifically to the playlist they would like to be subscribed to so that they can get notifications about that one particular thing and not be inundated by each and everything that you do. That is a helpful thing to help them stay the course, to stay focused and get to their expected end. Catch you guys on the next one. Thank you so much for your time on today.